This summer, Paramount Plus presents the Great Reality Escape.
Let's do it.
With new series.
It's time to celebrate!
If you get thrown in, you gotta win.
And new seasons to escape to.
You just became my target.
I have never seen such savages.
With attitudes.
Give me a damn pizza!
Competitions.
Survivor's ready!
And guilty pleasures you don't have to feel guilty about. Escape your everyday reality with our reality every day.
This is big.
Paramount Plus. Stream now.
Welcome back to another edition of All the Smoke, day 2 in LA with a very special guest. Man, Jack, I got to give you the credit because you put me on the show, and I love it, man. One of the best shows on TV. Rest in peace to our brother John Singleton. But welcome to the show. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Say that like you giving that praise out.
Amen. He said like you giving me praise. Joseph, appreciate you, man.
My
Thank you
king.
for coming in today.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate
Jerome.
You know.
Yeah,
You already know.
AKA.
Let's get that right. Let's get that right. Let's get that right.
Tighten it
Jerome. That's his name. Jerome.
up. First of all,
Uncle Jerome.
congratulations.
Jamming Jerome.
Snowfall was just picked up for season 6.
Jamming Jerome.
The Yard Father.
Yes, the Yard Father.
The Yard Father. Jamming Jerome. All them damn
Season
speakers.
6, man.
Talk to us about that.
It feels good, man. You know, to know that this started with a vision from John Singleton, the rest of the producers, FX, they fostered that relationship with us. You know, we started off slow. Everybody knows that. And we built up to where now we're one of the more popular shows on television.
The show.
So that means a lot to me. 6 seasons means that we get to see a beginning, middle, and end to the story. So I'm just ecstatic to see how this all ends, you know?
As the show continues to grow, obviously your character has continued to grow in a major way.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that process.
Get you some squabble, nigga.
You got to squabble to get your character development, right? You got to squabble as a black man to get some character development. No, I'm just happy that the writers have chosen to keep me around this long. You know, we're talking about stuff that really affected our communities for real, honestly. So even though there's this part of me that's kind of fun and charismatic part of it, this is indicative of what we know from the neighborhoods that we come from.
Right.
Where you not promised
Tomorrow.
So the fact that I'm still around, the fact that there's something about this character that still gives some sort of something to the story, whether it's a poetic justice to it, we'll see, you know, how it ends with Jerome, whether he, you know, but more than likely this is a tragedy. And as much as you feel the charisma and all of the things and you get connected to the character, there's also the price that's paid for the life that you live in. So I always think about that, and we'll see how it ends, you know?
Have you guys started shooting season 6 yet?
We're not on season 6. It'll probably end up this fall, fall of 2022.
One thing I love about your character, since we're speaking about it, I think it's easy for guys to come up in our different demographic to relate, because it was always one guy that you knew was actually putting in work, but he had a heart of gold. You know what I'm saying? He cared about the neighborhood. He cared about the people around. Even though he was in that life, he still had the heart enough to know what he was doing, but cared about people and still gave game to the youth. And those guys in the neighborhood have more respect than anybody, than the mayor, than anybody growing up in those neighborhoods. So a lot of people can relate to Uncle Jerome just from being from the areas we come from.
Yeah, and I also think that, like, the character wasn't trying to make his nephew be him. He realized sometimes if you really got an OG, they know that, like, bro, you got a different path.
Yeah.
Like, I just sent my nephew, real life, off to a college tour that he was able to go to, like, 3-4 HBCUs. Like, that's a little different than my walk.
Absolutely.
You feel me? And we want to see people that have potential be able to actualize that. So I feel like this Uncle Unc, he's like, look, nephew, you didn't have to do it like this, but now, wow, you show me that you can make money in a total different way. You flip the game. And I feel like Unc got a little intoxicated with that. You know, that he was able to be like, okay, I can get off my 4 squares and turn this into something else. So I think we always got to remember that part too, that just because the OG is there, that doesn't mean you need to follow. Sometimes the OG is trying to give you a leg up on a whole different reality.
Yeah, and a lot of times try not to let you make the same mistakes that they made. Harlem.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the upbringing in Harlem. How was that?
I mean, come on, I'm a product of Harlem. I grew up in the world famous Apollo Theater. That was like my theater home. I worked there throughout Summer Youth, a little program in New York. I went to Rice High School. Y'all probably know Rice from Felipe Lopez.
Yeah.
Kimber went there. I wasn't shitting ball. Truthfully, what happened? What happened was I was, I was making jokes and shit because I couldn't get no playing time. So the coach at the time, I remember Lou DeMello, the coach, he was like, "You're not gonna make the team, King." So but there's an agent that I have that he works with sports athletes. So that was like my first foray into entertainment. It was like going to sports auditions for basketball and all type of sports. And at the time, I was like, I booked a couple of those, saw some money. I'm like, all right, it's okay that I'm not on the team. I'm winning in another way. Maybe I could take this and expand on it and learn the craft. Because at the time, I was just getting it based off of you're a little precocious kid. You got a certain look or whatnot. So that's how, that was kind of my growing up in Harlem. I started in the arts, the National Black Theater of Harlem. I went to the neighborhood playhouse.
What age
downtown.
did you find all this? Not to cut you off. What age did you start finding all this?
I started finding all of this. I mean, I came up in plays and stuff and all throughout elementary and all that.
So early.
But it wasn't a thing. It wasn't like you were supposed to do this. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, commercial dude. People would see me in the neighborhood, be like, oh, commercial dude. Like you in the commercial. You a commercial dude. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't taken serious. It was like, all right, but when you're coming out of school and you're watching some of your people know exactly what they want to do. It is nothing like this is for all young men and all women. It's nothing like finding what your passion early. You know what I mean? Because it gives you a long road to be able to say, you know what, I can fail, I can get successes, but I know where I'm going. I know what my intention is. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of really early realized like, okay, that ain't ball, that ain't a whole bunch of other stuff. What could it be? And I like this. So can I discipline myself and can I really learn the craft? Because at the time I ain't learned the craft. I thought, like, put me up for Finding Forrester, put me up for like the biggest and best things, but I really didn't have the skill. So I had to go to school to get that skill. I went to Howard University. Like I said, I went to a lot of theater homes in Harlem and also in greater New York, you know what I mean? Like I said, neighborhood playhouse and stuff like that, learning Meisner so that I could feel like, all right, I got a weapon now. I'm a beast now. Now you got to deal with me. And look, this is 25 years later that I'm able to show just a glimpse
of what you can do,
of what that is. God keep us good, keep the dean good, black don't crack, but there's a lot in here. So, yeah, this magnet is strong now. It's a problem. But it started way back then.
So you said you didn't play hoop.
Oh, it's gonna get deep here too. It's gonna get, aiming one of those.
Yeah,
let's go.
You gotta keep the dean strong.
I want my young people to know that like we could focus on something for a long time and build a diamond out of that coal.
Yeah.
That's
what makes, the journey sweet. You know what I mean? We always talk about being able to enjoy the good and the bad times the same way. You say you wasn't good in hoop. Any other sports that you rock with?
I played baseball. Speaking of baseball, I actually have a biopic that I want to talk about.
Okay. Go ahead.
Can we get into it now?
Go ahead.
I have a baseball biopic. It's called The Royal. It's coming out. I'm actually being able to premiere that, the show at, the film at Howard University, which is my alma mater. And it's about a baseball player by the name of Willie Mays Aikens. He ended up going to the World Series, and few years afterward, he actually ended up getting the largest mandatory minimum drug sentence for any professional sports player. He ended up getting about 24 years, which he ended up serving about 12 to 14 years of that sentence because he had crack cocaine. And really, he was a user, but he cooked up some for an undercover officer and ended up getting pinched and gotten the draconian drug sentences that we saw, happening throughout the U.S. So the name of that film is The Royal. I play that lead character, Willie Mays Aikens. It's also a film that I produced, and that's coming
already
out.
Shot?
Oh, that's coming out this summer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Make sure y'all go check that
Well,
out.
I mean, since we're in the space now, you spoke on it. Not only do you act, you have a passion for producing. Anything else you're working on right now?
Yeah, I also have an amazing podcast series right now. It's produced by Shondaland. It's called #Matter. And just really pick up on a lot of stuff that you do, Jack, because it's about a father that his son ends up getting killed at a routine traffic stop. And when he gets stopped, the officers end up killing the son, and the officer mistakenly kills his own partner as well. Well, the father that I played, Gerald Hayes, ends up kidnapping the officer on the scene, put the hammers on him, put the squabbles on him, and ends up taking him inside a sports lounge. And he video records this whole interaction on his cell phone, goes live, and he basically tells the public that he's gonna try that officer in real time.
That's gonna be good.
It's called #Matter. Like I said, it's produced by Shondaland. You can find it on iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to your podcast. So that's Apple or anything, Spotify, whatnot. But it's an 8-part series. When I talk about electrifying and a lot of these things we went through, and as you know, people get a little like, okay, we dealt with police violence. We've dealt with the iniquity that happens in the country. We don't want to deal with it right now. I understand that. But as we know, as long as if you don't keep that conversation going,
it's going to die.
It's going to die, and we don't learn the lessons, and we repeat the same things over and over. So, yeah, I would implore everybody to check out #Matt. I'm really proud of that particular piece. It's well produced, and there's no way you can't. If you're scared to have this conversation out loud, maybe it's something that you can listen to in your car. Maybe you can hear different perspectives, and it shows everyone's perspective. It shows the police officers. It shows the press. It shows the family members involved. It shows the young man, the little young precocious young man that had a whole bunch of talent and a future, and his life snuffed out. It shows his point of view. It shows everyone's point of view.
Beautiful.
HBCUs.
Come on, baby.
You graduated Howard University. You speak highly about HBCUs. We see what Deion is doing at HBCUs in sports. We see what Mo Williams just got a head coaching job at Jackson State as well. Let's talk about your passion and how you feel about HBCUs.
I'm gonna send the young man or the young woman to a HBCU. I'm not gonna lie and act like if the kid gets in an Ivy League school that we're not gonna take advantage of some of just that type of access. But I feel like sometimes, like I knew coming up where I was, coming up in Harlem, I knew like college wasn't for everybody.
Right.
College wasn't for everyone. And it wasn't about how smart somebody was, but it just didn't fit the lifestyle. It just didn't fit that person, that spirit, honestly. But for me, when you go to HBCU, not only are you educated, you're also almost infected with a knowledge of yourself. You see a faculty that looks like you. You see, even if you grew up without a mother or without a father, you see people that are nourishing and supporting their children that can be surrogates to you. So you pick up a big brother, you pick up a father, figure. You pick up another mother figure to help some of the broken homes that we've come from and communities that we've come from, so that then you can put that same pupil back into a community that's whole, and now they have a network of people that were, so don't get it twisted. I understand a lot of politics that go on with HBCUs, and I understand that a lot of people can be hesitant to send their children there or can look at the business model of it. I understand all of that. But for what it was intended to be and what it still is, because people like myself come out of it and can give back and create a community of people, I think it's still important for us.
So what is the knock on HBCUs? Because I don't know.
I don't talk about the
knocks.
I ain't going to even give it.
But on the outside looking in, I can't see one, because just like Deion said, we offer the same thing any other school could offer as an HBCU.
You don't want to be coached by Deion Sanders?
That's what I'm saying. But he's saying that what's the knock on us? We offer everything else.
There is no knock. It's just that, let's just be real. There's been a hierarchy that's been put in place. There's been and we've always been dominant. It's just the talent has left. So if the talent goes there, then the facilities get better. That's what Deion's bringing. Deion's bringing way more than just his name. He's bringing
resources.
He's bringing eyeballs. He's bringing accountability. He's going that these kids deserve as much. They deserve the same type of training. They deserve the same everything, across the board. And watch it flourish. Watch it flourish. And other places will take note and take heed as well.
It'll be a domino effect.
What makes Howard Homecoming one of the most premier events? I've never been, but we finna start.
You never been to Homecoming.
We want to start taking.
I miss college.
We want to take all the
I
smoke
lived through y'all.
homecoming
Y'all
tour.
definitely need to take
all the smoke homecoming tour.
I'm gonna lose myself.
Fire. That's fire.
At least I know ahead of time.
You gonna be going?
Jack,
I'm
I
going
don't
back
need you
to
to be.
19 when I
Jack,
came
I
out.
don't need you to lose yourself.
I'm gonna try not to.
Hey,
AJ.
yo, listen.
I'm gonna try not to.
Hey, yo, chill. Yo, Jack gonna be in the yard like,
I'm trying to tell you.
All right, go ahead. But what I'm saying is, Homecoming, first of all, HBCU homecomings, period, because I feel like my Howard gets the love because it's one of the bigger HBCUs. But, man, I done been to homecomings at some of the smaller schools, and that's another thing. A lot of the smaller HBCUs, that's what makes up the historical Black colleges.
Okay.
So when we focus on the ones that we know, like the Spelmans or the Morehouses, the Hamptons, the Howard Universities, we must not forget that there are a lot of other schools that make up the historical Black colleges, that makes up that network of a premier type of college experience for Black people.
Prairie View A&M, would you throw that in there?
I put the smallest.
Yeah.
From when it was Lincolns to my Jacksons. I don't want to go on to but what I'm saying is each historical Black college matters. So we can get into I went to this one, or I went to a small one or a big one. But at the end of the day, it's the network of those schools, because we got to remember through history, these were places that people could go into these regions, in these different regions. There's historical Black colleges here in California, in LA. People don't even know,
right?
So we just got to be cognizant of that. It's not just these bigger ones that we've always heard of, So as much as I'm going to give love to Howard with, the homecoming at Howard, it's crazy. You're going to have a good time. Yes, I believe all the smoke definitely needs to be at Howard, on Howard's yard.
The Mecca.
Come on, the Mecca. Yeah. But I want to send love to all the other schools too.
Yeah, but since we're talking about it, what makes it the Mecca?
What makes Howard the Mecca? It probably starts with DC, bro. DC different.
Oh yeah, we know.
I'm from New York, yo. DC took me a minute. I thought I was going nah, you gonna feel this. You gonna sit down on this. This DC. This ain't New York, bro. This is different. And DC has its own culture, it has its own music, its own vibe, its own, and Howard is a part of DC. You don't get Howard without getting DC. First, come get this culture of DC. Come get these black people that represent a district that can't vote nationally. It's a lot of legacy, a lot of power, a lot of disenfranchised voices in DC. It's funny, I look at the that January 6th, right? Insurrection, whatever. But I never see that juxtaposed to what's going on really in DC. Like, how do people feel?
In real time.
The real people that make up DC, the chocolate city. I saw a whole bunch of people wilding out, but was my people wilding? Or was they like, all the people that were employed, whether it's DC police or Capitol Police or, you know, anybody that, you know, contractors, whatever, how were they feeling during that time? Did we get that on camera? Did we got they press? No, right? We ain't hear nothing from that. Oh, those are people that live there, right? So, yeah, it's still a lot of iniquity going on. There's still a lot of misrepresentation going on. And like I said, when I moved to DC, I realized that, wow, here's a different culture, and I need to learn this culture and appreciate it. And Howard is a part of this culture. And that was a great experience.
Howard Homecoming.
Y'all coming.
Remember the Biggie said, Howard Homecoming with my man Capone drumming. Look, I ain't gonna finish it, but you know what I'm saying? The Howard Homecoming, man, hold up, I'm on my way.
What was your kind of entry into the real world of acting?
The real world. That's interesting. If you say the real world of acting, I'm gonna take something that ain't got nothing to do with the real world, you know? 'Cause
I'm listening.
I'm gonna take how you learn. I did a non-union film, maybe coming right out of college. I did a non-union film that the director told me is boxers versus gangsters. It's like, all right. I used to amateur box at the time. I was like, all right, cool. One of my mans, Joe Suba, hooked me up, Harlem dude, right? It's like, yo, we got this dude, a young kid, he from NYU, he got a bag from Hollywood to make a movie in Harlem, got boxers versus gangsters. I'm like, all right, I'm game, right? Man, when I talk about like stealing shots in New York City, in Harlem, that's crazy. So I could mention, you know, the first whoop-de-whoops movie that I did that had star names in it.
Right.
But that was the first. That was the genesis of, wow, you could have an outlook of being able to make a movie. I still feel like we are underappreciated for the type of films that we make. You know, I'm blessed to be in Snowfall, where it's a heightened narrative of the films that we love, the entertainment that we love, that a wider audience can accept. But there's still the stuff that we love that isn't accepted, is undervalued, and can be made in a hood near you. Period.
Real shit.
And it don't need no names.
Dame Dash was just on here and preached that shit
he
to Jack.
knows, he knows.
He broke it down.
He knows.
Yeah. Literally just broke that down to
knows.
Jack. When we have athletes on, we normally ask what's your welcome to the NBA, NFL moment. What was your welcome to? So we got your intro right there with the acting. What was your welcome to kind of Hollywood moment, you feel like?
Welcome to Hollywood moment, probably the movie The Expendables I did with Sylvester Stallone.
That was a huge cast.
And Terry Crews was a big help for me. Let me see a lot of things that I'm actualizing right now. But yeah, it had Schwarzenegger, you know, Dolph Lundgren, Mickey Rourke,
Jason
Statham, and it was just packed. And I was able to work with them and be a villain against them. And that definitely put a battery in my back to recognize that, yo, I can own my space. It definitely was a coming out for me, as far as knowing that this is where I belong, and I'm gonna end up doing huge films. And you know, whether I want to play the villain or the protagonist, or whether I want it to be loving, or whether I want it to be insidious, or you know, that I can play those different beats and have fun doing it and work with other professionals and learn. You know, really important.
Were there any, I guess you could say early on, but really just in general, have there been any actors or actresses you were kind of in awe of when you got a chance to either meet with them or work with them? Or someone you looked
In
up
awe
to?
of when I worked with them or met them. Let's make this real clear too. Actors, actresses, anyone that has done anything of importance, I think it's really important that we reach back to the people that are coming up. Anyone that reaches out to you, we can't get in touch with everybody that reaches out. But when we do have that impactful moment, that we don't blow them off, that we don't
make them feel less than,
that we don't make it seem harder than it is. We already know it's hard. They know it's hard when they came up to you. It's hard enough coming up to you to talk to you. So for me, there's a circle of truth around my head to make sure that that I always give something, you know, give my real, true life experience to someone in a little moment. We can do that. It's what we've been doing our whole lives. You feel me? It takes a little longer. Sometimes people come up a little more rude than others, but we get that. So I'm answering that question saying that, you know, I've never walked really on a set and been like, oh, I'm in awe. No, I came here to get bodies. But it helps when the people that you meet are open. And if you're willing to learn, they're willing to teach. And if you're willing to teach, they're willing to learn. It really helps. So I'll say that.
You worked on big films and movies and projects and different types of people, but what particularly made John Singleton, in your eyes, different?
That's a big bro. He was always enchanted with the filmmaking process. That's one of the first things. When I say enchanted, like the wizard, like he good. I even till now say, like, I could never tell you what John really thought about something. Because every time I ask him about something, his answer would be so off from what I asked him. It would be like I'd be like, oh, that's what you think? Okay. Damn, didn't think that. But he was such a Renaissance man. He was such ahead of his time. And he was infatuated with the filmmaking process. He was inspired by seeing creatives, by, you know, like collaborating with creatives. He was so inspired by seeing you reach your full potential. He was a talent whore. He loved talented people. You know, he loved to collaborate and entertain and to break down script and story. And it was beautiful to see that and to work with him for 3 years like that, you know. And I really do miss him. I miss his point of view. I miss the charisma. I miss the family atmosphere that he gave. I miss that, you know. I miss that, you know. He has a son that, big shout out to young little 7 that just had a birthday. You know, my daughter, he had his son a few weeks before I had my first daughter. And I remember going shortly before he died, because he died around the time that my daughter was having her birthday. And his son had just had his birthday, so we went to the party and all that. And the way that he loved his children, John Singleton cannot be commemorated enough.
Right.
Period.
Right.
He is an institution. He's a foundation of telling our stories unapologetically.
Mm-hmm.
Let's never forget that.
Right.
And that's my big bro.
It says a lot about him for y'all to be able to continue on with the show and make the show what it is without him being here. That says a lot to the person he was, that everybody still cares enough to make this show, you know, to see his vision and continue it on, you know, after he's gone. That says a lot about y'all too.
Definitely.
Being from Harlem, how did you prepare to be an OG?
To be Unc.
In South Central.
That's a whole nother coast, baby.
Yeah, come on now. You had some practice or what?
I mean, thank you for giving me my thing, you know what I mean?
You definitely got it down, though.
You the uncle. You the uncle.
Yeah, I feel like, listen, I feel like I don't care if you from Memphis, you from Nashville, you from Birmingham, from Detroit, you from Harlem, you from the Bronx, you from Watts. Wherever you from Gary, let's get deep, let's go. This America been some shit. And
long time.
There are these rebels, these people that didn't fit in, these unks that wasn't gonna take no shit, that wasn't gonna suffer this either. Like I'm gonna, excuse my language, I'm gonna fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live my life unapologetically on my level.
On my terms.
Whatever my fucking education is, but don't get it twisted, I'm smarter than the most of them. I'm Unc. I might have done some time. I might have figured some things out. I might know the important things to me. My woman, my community. And when I say community, I mean the motherfuckers I fuck with.
Yeah, family, yeah.
My family. That shit universal to us.
Yeah.
Without knowing your last name. Giving last name. We know that. So the rest is why you pay me the money, you know?
Right.
It's cause I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make that, I'm gonna give you the regionality, I'm gonna make it South Central, I'm gonna make it whatever region, I'm gonna put whatever on it. I'm gonna put the sauce, the seasoning, pepper on it. But that's the core. The core I had because that was given to me from the experience that I lived. And to be able to give that to an audience that that feels good. That feels good. Because some of that stuff was just pain.
Right.
Real pain.
Some of that stuff was just pain. So to be able to transmute that and be able to be like, no, I can give that as art. I can give that as entertainment. That feels good, you know? Yeah.
That's dope.
To say we in that time in the 80s, how important are the people around, like the people that get the wardrobes and all, and the scenery to back to the 80s? Like how important are those people? You got the curl, you know, just the whole outfits, the jacket. They had you with the speaker, all that.
Yeah, hold on, baby. Shit. Yo, excuse me for a second.
Ain't no putting a break on that?
Boy, I say, hold up. It's not happening right now, is it? It's not happening right now, is it?
I didn't know if he was fucking with us or not.
Nigga talk too much.
I knew it.
Y'all be fucking with them goddamn actor niggas.
What up, Ron? What's up, Ron?
You spread that shit the wrong way, huh? That shit going the wrong way.
What you mean going wrong?
My shit is natural.
Your shit wrong, shit too.
Shit is natural.
Come on now. You know you need a little bit of this shit too. You put a little bit of this shit in your shit, Mac. Come on now.
He's here.
Hey, come on now.
What's up?
What up, baby?
Man, ain't nothing much.
What you talking about? Y'all say y'all up in the smoke.
Yeah.
Who want smoke?
You want all the smoke.
You want all the smoke?
All the smoke.
I got crack, got cribs. Which one? Smoke?
We don't talk about that on camera.
Okay.
We'll talk about that on camera.
I do.
You do? Well, let's talk about Franklin.
Who?
Nephew.
Nephew.
Real quick, before we talk about Franklin, we had Deion Sanders on. He said his curl look wet, but it was dry. Your shit just looked dry. What's your shit?
Fuck you talking about? Your shit look dry. This nigga talking about my shit look dry. This motherfucker, that's how you want to start this shit off? We can start this shit off now. That shit there.
Quick hitters.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean? And we talking to Rome. We ain't talking, you know what I'm saying? We talking to Rome. We talking to Rome.
Dream co-star in a movie and director for Jerome.
God damn it.
Not Amen.
Got it. Say it again. Huh?
Dream coach, someone you would like to work with as an actor, actress, and
If
producer.
I was a goddamn actor, I want that goddamn Pam Grier.
Pammy. Foxy Brown.
Hey, yeah, that Pam Grier.
Hey,
Dream
girl.
director.
I think she fuck with a nigga like me.
Oh, yeah.
No question.
Oh, yeah. She like real niggas.
Hey, Pam Grier, if you out there, let me talk directly to your heart.
My fucking face hurts.
Talk directly to you.
Oh, shit.
Let me talk directly to your heart. You need a man like me. Now I got a woman, but we come in twos.
Mm-hmm.
It's a package deal.
Me and my old lady.
We take care of everything that you need to be taken care of.
Louis like
That's all
women.
I'ma say.
Louis don't like women no more?
Damn shit she do.
Oh, I'm about to say Louis, that's what she know.
Pam Grier.
Yeah, you, Lou, and Pam. That's a nice. Ooh, you a lucky man.
Where the camera at?
That's your single right there.
That's it.
He looking in her eyes right now.
Not a soul.
Pam Grier. That's good. Send that in. How you doing now?
That's it. Cut.
Y'all cut the shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Pack that up.
Hey, what's Jerome top five movies of all time?
Shaft.
Chef one.
Car Wash.
Car Wash.
The Mac. Hey, that's it, nigga.
Rest in peace, Mac Julian.
Ooh.
He just passed recently.
Oh, Penitentiary Day.
Penitentiary. Oh man, the Midnight Thug.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's 4 or 5.
Penitentiary,
Who
man.
that back there?
Midnight Thug.
Yeah.
Midnight Thug.
That's the shit.
Penitentiary, boy.
Yeah.
That was it.
Come on. Too sweet.
Too sweet.
Ride 'em, Dad. Ride 'em.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's good shit there.
There we
I
go.
refilled you too if you need it.
We
Topped you
good
back
there.
off.
We good there.
Top 5 New York athletes of all time.
Huh. I'm gonna go with Walt Clyde Frazier. That's
Best dressed.
smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Him and the Earl of the Pearl. Last time we got a goddamn championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah. All right. Let me get where that little Opie boy on the Giants be winning the championship.
Eli Manning.
That motherfucker wins some shit. I don't know how the goddamn nigga. That motherfucker throw a goddamn football to shit going like that. He still motherfucker catch it. Touchdown there.
Tom Brady Kryptonite.
That motherfucker. Him. Let me get he ain't win nothing, but I like his passion. Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hey! That's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Give me your
Slap the shit out the coach. Slap the shit out the coach.
Come in, nigga! Put me in the game, coach. That's put me in the game.
Yeah.
Put me in the game, coach.
Oh shit.
I like him. Patrick Ewing fucking knees.
Patrick Ewing's knees.
Patrick Ewing knees. Put that in there. He was a hell of a center.
Bad knees.
One quote type shit.
One quote to live by.
Yeah.
I know one that you really stand on, though. And it might not be the quote you live by, but I know one you stand on.
Yeah.
Can I give it to you?
Come on.
Get you some squabble.
Come on, Jack. You gonna have to work better on that now. Jack, let's try that again now.
Okay.
I ain't say it like that. Come on now. This goddamn acting class now.
All right, here we go.
Come on. No. I'm the motherfucker. Trey say he need these keys.
I don't give a fuck what Trey say. You better get you some squabble, nigga.
Cast him! Cast him! Cast him! I saw some of that palace brawl in the nigga. Saw some of that. Saw some of that real shit.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Shit got real for a minute.
Oh, motherfucker. Thanks.
OG.
Yeah.
That's the moment I wanted to show. I've been telling them what I wanted.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came, and that's the moment I wanted. Thanks for giving me that moment, my brother.
Hey, I love y'all, man.
I love you too, man.
Y'all
Appreciate
for the culture.
it.
You know what it is.
We appreciate that, man. Close it out with the last question, Jack.
If you could have one guest on All the Smoke, OG Jerome, who would it be? But before you answer that question, you have to help us get your answer on the show.
Goddamn.
Nephew.
Hey. Uncle wouldn't be here without his goddamn nephew. Hey, nephew! Hey, nephew! Come on, old goddamn All Smoke.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We need you.
Hey, before we get you out of here, we got something for you.
Can't not let you leave without having you with some All the Smoke gear, my brother.
Got you some merch.
That's the least we can do to show our appreciation for having you on the OG. Hey, OG,
You might
I know
wanna
you got a lot going on. I know you and Louis still trying to work this plug thing out with Reed, so just the fact that you took the time out to get off the streets and come in and give us an interview, we highly appreciate it,
It ain't
OG.
nothing but a goddamn dream to me right here. And got new cameras and what the fuck is this shit?
We got a towel around in there,
I'm
too.
somewhere
for
back in the
drip.
80s right now. Huh?
Good. I said we got a towel in there, too, so you don't drip up the collar of the sweatshirt.
So you mean in year 2022, get on stage with goddamn jumpsuits on and
Be good. The future.
that shit
You gonna like it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you gonna be all right.
That's crazy.
That's some new shit!
Hey, man, congratulations on season 6. Again, we appreciate your time today here, Unc.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
that's a wrap. You can catch All the Smoke on Showtime Basketball YouTube and the iHeart platform Black Effects. That's your solo. Take us out. What you got, Unc?
Fuck out of here.
It landed on the camera. That shit landed on the camera. Jack, put that shit on, Jack. Put that shit on, Jack.
I've been waiting for it.
Hey, yo, that shit look hard, though. That shit look hard, though, Jack.
Get you some squabble. All this goddamn playing. We go and get the plug or else. Fuck what Louis talking about. Let's go.
This summer, Paramount Plus presents the Great Reality Escape.
Let's do it.
With new series
It's time to celebrate!
If you get thrown in, you gotta win.
and new seasons to escape to.
You just became my target.
I have never seen such savages.
With attitudes,
Give me a damn pizza!
competitions,
Survivor's ready!
and guilty pleasures you don't have to feel guilty about. Escape your everyday reality with our reality every day.
This is big.
Paramount Plus. Stream now.